Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 2,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
We've got a genuinely loaded update today, starting with a fun look at how a 30-year-old superstar running back is preparing his body for another monster workload. And finishing with some serious business, San Francisco has officially wrapped up every single piece of rookie contract negotiation for this entire draft class. Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about Christian McCaffrey, because the training footage circulating right now is genuinely wild. He's long been known for referencing that classic Bruce Lee philosophy of being like water, and it's clear that fluid, adaptable movement remains central to his entire training approach heading into this season. We're talking serious, next-level push-up variations that most people couldn't dream of replicating, layered in alongside a full spectrum of mobility and movement work, and yes, even some meditation focused specifically on eye and joint alignment. And here's why all of that matters. McCaffrey just turned 30 years old, and he's coming off a career-high workload north of 400 total touches last season. That's an absolutely massive amount of wear and tear for a running back at any age, let alone entering his 30s. So it makes complete sense that he's throwing everything he possibly can at his body to make sure he's fully prepared to handle that kind of workload again this season. And it's worth noting the front office is doing its part to help lighten that load too, having drafted a rookie running back this year specifically to help take some pressure and touches off McCaffrey's plate. And speaking of that rookie class, here's the real headline of the day. San Francisco has officially announced that every single one of its 8 draft picks from this year's class is now under contract. The final 2 signings, an edge rusher and a defensive tackle, were reportedly finalized a while back behind the scenes, evidenced by photos the team quietly posted of both players signing their deals with a fancy pen months ago. But the official announcement only just went public. Whatever the reason for the delayed rollout, the important thing is that the entire class is locked in, and locked in cheap. The combined salary cap hit for all 8 rookies this season comes out to a mere $10.5 million total. To put that number in perspective, consider this: Christian McCaffrey's individual cap hit this season is actually higher than the entire rookie class combined. That's not a knock on either side of that equation. It's simply how the rookie wage scale works, and it perfectly illustrates why building through the draft remains the true lifeblood of sustainable roster construction in this league. Football isn't like basketball, where you're managing a tight rotation of a dozen or so key players. You're fielding a 53-man active roster, which means star power alone simply will never be enough. You need genuine, cost-controlled quality depth filling out the rest of that roster, and that's exactly what a productive rookie class provides. San Francisco currently has half a dozen individual veterans on the active roster who each carry a higher cap number on their own than this entire incoming rookie class combined. A group that includes the starting quarterback, the star pass rusher, the left tackle following his restructured extension, the star middle linebacker, the star tight end, and of course, McCaffrey himself. Getting star-level production at the top of the roster while filling out the rest of the depth chart on affordable rookie deals is exactly the formula sustainable contenders are built on. Now let's talk about who these newly signed rookies actually are, starting with the coaching staff's genuine excitement over the incoming edge rusher. One position coach didn't hold back, flatly calling him a legitimate weapon, someone capable of rushing the passer standing up, dropping into coverage, and potentially even getting deployed in unconventional spots across the formation, depending on how creative the new defensive coordinator wants to get. That kind of glowing, multi-dimensional praise from a position coach is a pretty strong early signal about how this new coaching staff plans to build out its scheme, valuing not just pure pass rushing juice, but genuine positional adaptability too. This is a player who logged snaps in coverage during his college career, a genuinely valuable pass rushing skill set on top of that added versatility. He's also a bit of an unusual case in that he played at 6 different college programs across 6 years and enters the league at 25 years old, older than the typical rookie. According to the defensive line coach, that extra college experience and exposure to so many different systems has actually left him further along developmentally than the typical incoming rookie at his position. Someone whose speed off the line and pursuit across the field consistently jumped off the tape during the scouting process, along with a clear reputation for toughness and relentless effort. Expect him to step into the speed rushing role vacated by a veteran edge rusher who retired this offseason, working as a complement to the team's star pass rusher on the other side. But based on how the coaching staff is talking about him, there's real reason to expect him to bring a little more positional flexibility to the table than that departing veteran did, potentially dropping into coverage lanes and helping this defense take on a more unpredictable, shape-shifting identity overall. It's genuinely notable that multiple different position coaches within the building are all independently praising the same player's versatility, which strongly suggests real intentionality behind how he's going to be deployed. In fact, this coaching staff has even brought in a dedicated position coach specifically to help develop defensive linemen transitioning into more of a stand-up, coverage-capable role. A coach with real personal experience playing multiple different positions himself during his own playing career. Then there's the incoming rookie defensive tackle who brought some genuinely fun personality to his introductory media availability, including excitement about connecting with the franchise's star left tackle, a fellow alum from the same college program who's apparently already followed him on social media. But beyond the fun stuff, his athletic testing numbers are genuinely eye-popping for the position, including a vertical jump that actually topped that same star left tackle's testing number from years earlier. He discussed the very real challenge of adding functional weight this offseason while still preserving that natural athleticism, crediting a dedicated training process built around explosive movement work and careful nutrition to hit that target weight without sacrificing the traits that made him such an intriguing prospect in the first place. He's also got a fascinating athletic background, having played running back and just added via trade this offseason. This new rookie fits neatly in between those two archetypes. While he probably wasn't drafted primarily as a run-stopping anchor, and his listed weight reflects more of a pass-rushing profile, he reportedly wasn't bad at all defending the run during his college career either. And there's real hope from the coaching staff that he can develop into a genuinely adaptable player capable of contributing in both phases. The more versatile this defensive front becomes, the better equipped it is to handle the kind of shape-shifting, similar-looking run or pass formations that have proliferated across the league in recent years. Between this new rookie class addition and the returning interior pieces, this defensive tackle room looks considerably more well-rounded from top to bottom than it did a year ago. There's more good injury news to pass along, too. A veteran slot cornerback who suffered a genuinely bizarre offseason gunshot wound to the ankle has been sharing encouraging workout footage, including recent uphill treadmill work, and by all indications, he's trending toward being fully ready for the start of training camp. And finally, keep an eye on the ongoing safety competition heading into this season. One returning safety, who broke out as a genuine rookie standout back in 2024, before tearing his ankle in the final game of that season and having a quieter follow-up campaign last year, currently looks like the favorite to hold down a starting job. But there's still real uncertainty about exactly what the new defensive coordinator wants to prioritize at that position, given his own background as a former college safety. There's been chatter about potential outside veteran additions at the position too, whether through free agency or a possible trade later in the year. It's also worth remembering that last season's dip in safety play coincided directly with a pass rush that took a real step back. With multiple new additions specifically aimed at fixing that pass rush this offseason, there's a reasonable case that improved pressure up front naturally lifts the overall play of the entire secondary behind it, safeties included. So there you have it, faithful. An entire rookie class officially locked up for a combined cap hit smaller than a single-star running back salary. A retooled, more versatile defensive front built around genuine positional flexibility and a safety competition that could look very different once the pass rush finally gets back to full strength. So let us know down in the comments, which of these newly signed rookies are you most excited to watch develop this season? And how much of a difference do you think a healthier, more versatile pass rush makes for the entire secondary? We want to hear it all. If you enjoyed today's update, make sure you smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and join the channel so you don't miss a single update. Rookies officially report to the facility in just over a week, and training camp is right around the corner. Let's go, Niners. We'll see you in the next one.